I have friends, and I have friends that are Christian, but they're all married and they're all having their own families, like having children, and that is so awesome for them and like such a blessing. And I'm so happy for them. But it's very lonely for someone who doesn't have all that, because if I didn't live with my parents at the moment, I could probably go a whole weekend without ever speaking a word to somebody. Yeah, it gets lonely.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today that was sent to me, and this is of a woman who is a 29-year-old Christian who says that she feels lonely, okay? Now, this is a woman who is also single, she has no friends, and she's complaining about the fact that she has arrived at this age, and as a Christian woman, it's just a super lonely experience. Now, let me say this before I jump into the video, guys. Any woman, I don't care if she's Christian, I don't care if she's atheist, whatever. If she is 29 years of age and she is complaining because she is lonely, because she doesn't have a relationship, I'm sorry, but I don't buy it. Okay, women can absolutely have relationships. They have plenty of power, plenty of leverage, plenty of options in dating. And to be honest, if they get to this age and they are still single, it is their own damn fault, in my opinion. So let's jump into this, guys. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments.
I feel like we don't talk about enough how lonely it can be as a Christian. I am 28. I'm about to turn 29 in a month. I'm single, and I don't have any friends. I don't know why it's affected me even more today, but I went to church, and I've been trying a couple different, or like multiple different churches around where I live, and I just haven't found somewhere that I felt like clicked, and I've tried each one for like a month or so, and I just have felt very disconnected.
Okay, so let me pause it here. The reason why this hits you so hard, being single, being lonely, is because you're 29 years of age and you're in Christian communities, by the way. Now, let me just say, guys, Christian communities have been infested with womanists, okay? There are actually a lot of women who go to these places specifically to hunt for men, especially as they're pushing 30. And I'm not saying that this woman is a fake Christian or anything. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying there are a lot of women who go there to these places who are essentially imposters, who are just looking for men of faith, looking for stable guys who are willing to provide for them. Now, the reason why this is so hitting her so hard, like I said, guys, is because she's 29. This is what happens when you're pushing 30, you don't have anything serious, and that's just the way it is. Okay? And I don't really feel sorry for these women, guys. I don't care about the tears, the sniffling, whatever. Because again, this is all entirely self-inflicted. Women don't magically end up at this age lonely and single, guys. It just doesn't happen. Let's continue.
Even if I try to like reach out to people, like I don't feel like I'm like super welcomed, I guess. Like, not that the people aren't nice and they're not unwelcoming, but like I just don't feel like I've found like my people, I guess. I don't think we talk about this enough as Christians, how lonely it can get sometimes, especially as a single Christian who is almost 29.
Oh, pardon me. She's almost 29. So she's pushing 30, but she's 28 years of age. I'm kind of thinking, what if these Christian communities are not altogether welcoming because they recognize that, hey, maybe she doesn't actually have the values that they do, for example. Again, I don't know this woman personally, guys. I don't want to roast her too damn hard. I don't know if she's a fake Christian or not. I've seen a lot of women who try and pull the Christianity card as soon as they hit, or they're pushing 30. I don't know if that's the case in this woman's instance. But, maybe these church groups are kind of not that welcoming because you don't have the same values as them. I don't know. But again, guys, women, when they're pushing 30 years of age, still no relationship, especially Christian, right? It begs the question, what the hell have you been doing this entire time? You know, because guys, like, I don't believe these tier shows anymore that women do, man. You know, like, maybe you were like 10 years old, this stuff would make you sad. You'd see a woman crying and go, oh, I hope she's okay. But these days, man, I swear, women just, if they're crying, especially if it's on the internet, it's just fake. You know, like, why are we setting up a camera, recording ourselves, talking, putting on the tears, that sort of a thing? I think it's completely fake. I think it's done for attention. And I think these women are oftentimes liars. Let's continue.
I have friends, and I have friends that are Christian, but I have friends, and I have friends that are Christian, but they're all married and they're all having their own families, like having children, and that is so awesome for them and like such a blessing. And I'm so happy for them. But it's very lonely for someone who doesn't have all that, because if I didn't live with my parents at the moment, I could probably go a whole weekend without ever speaking a word to somebody. Yeah, it gets lonely.
Okay, so let's pause it here. She's pushing 30. She is seeing that all of her friends are getting married, they're all having kids, and she's left out. She's hunting for the man. Okay, she's still living with her parents, so not only is she failing on the front that, hey, she probably wants a family and she's not getting one, right? So she's really late on having kids. She's also really late on marriage, especially in Christian circles. And now, on top of that, she's also seeing her friends have children, get married, that sort of a thing. And again, this is why this hits women super hard, guys, is because they see it happening to everybody but them. And they always put on this act like, oh, why not me? Why not me? And usually it's just because they suck at dating. They think that they should be able to land a man who's higher than they actually can. You know, and I don't even like to use this whole levels talk as if people are above one another, guys, but women refuse to acknowledge dating realities oftentimes. And that's why they're single at like 30, is because they refuse to acknowledge that there are men out there who they can't get commitment from. And if they want commitment, then they're going to have to get a boyfriend, get a husband who's maybe a little bit more realistic. Let's continue.
I don't know how to find good friends. Like, there's not many people in my area that are Christian, and if they are and they're around my age, they're already married. And I'm not talking about wanting a relationship in a romantic way. Like, yes, I want that. I'm just talking about like a good group of girlfriends, or like a good girlfriend who I can like be there for, and then she can be there for me. Like, I just feel like I need connection, and I don't have it. And it can get very lonely as a Christian. I just try to remind myself that in my loneliest moments, in my lowest moments, those are the times where God is closest to me. If you feel the same, if you're going through the same thing in your life, you aren't alone. God loves you.
Okay, so let's pause it here for a second. Guys, this is what I mean about like farming sympathy. Okay? Is think about what it takes to make a video like this. Okay, you've got to sit in your car, set up your phone, record yourself talking for a few minutes, right? Doing the whole sniffling, doing the crying, you know, and it begs the question, why would you, if you need to say something on a video, why would you just not wait until you're not emotional? You know, guys, like, I don't post TikTok videos, okay? I don't post crap like this. But why on earth would you ever post a video where you're still sniffling, you're still crying, you're still incredibly sad? And the answer to that is because you're doing it for attention. You know, like, count the amount of times in this video this woman has said the word lonely, or this woman has said the word as a single Christian, you know, that phrase. All of this is done so that people empathize with her situation. Again, even though it's entirely self-inflicted. Okay, so she doesn't want to spend time, or maybe she can't, with her friends who are in relationships and marriages and stuff like that now, because maybe they have less time or whatever. And so she doesn't fit into that circle anymore. She's still in the single woman pushing 30 circle, which is probably a bad circle to be in, especially if you're in Christian communities.
Thing in your life, you aren't alone. God loves you, and I do believe that He will surround you with people that love you and that want to be your friend, that want to be with you. And I believe that for myself too. It just takes time. It just gets hard sometimes. So, yeah, I don't think it's talked about enough. But if you feel that way, God loves you and He's with you.
Okay, so let's summarize this. 28-year-old woman is sad because all of her friends are getting married, all of her friends are in relationships, and she wants a single girlfriend to hang out with, probably to hunt for men with, I would assume. Absolutely hilarious stuff, guys. And the reason, again, I just want to empathize this, emphasize this one last time. The reason why I'm not super empathetic towards these women is because they have had many, many, many chances to get a boyfriend, many chances to get a husband, many chances to have families, kids, all of that. But instead, we've been screwing around all throughout our 20s. We're living with our parents still. So the man's going to have to, do the financial heavy lifting as he's always required to do. And we're essentially screwed here. And especially so in Christian communities, guys. I imagine it's a lot worse in Christian communities where, like, again, all of her friends who are Christians or all of the people that she mentions in these circles are oftentimes married. Yeah, you're going to get socially ostracized for that because these people are going to wonder, why has it taken her so long? And it's a very valid question, in my opinion. Guys, we're going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.